Hello, I'm Ben with LawnSense, and today we're going to show you how to program and set up your Irritrol KwikDial controller. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set up our date and time. So we're going to turn here to the date and time setting. You see that the 4 is flashing, so we'll use the plus and minus to change the values, and the right arrow to switch between the values. So this is going to be our time. We hit the right arrow again, we're going to get the month. So we're going to use the plus and minus to pick our month. We're going to hit the right arrow again. We're going to pick our single day. And then it's going to give us the year. And then we're going to pick our year. So once our date and time is set, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go over to our water days. So this specific controller will allow you to program each day on the switch. So you see that we have Sunday selected, and the water droplet indicates the day that it's going to run. If we hit the plus or minus arrow, you'll see that it puts a circle with a slash through on the water droplet. That indicates the day that it's not going to run. So we'll switch. So we have Monday on, Tuesday on, Wednesday on, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all of them on. And we can turn them on and off with the plus and minus. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go down here. We're going to select our start times. So we're going to make sure that we're on the number 1 start time. And it shows 1 through 6. This controller is a 6-station controller, so it does have all 6 stations selected to run. So this is where we're going to set up our run times. Now this controller will do 3 run times in a day. So the first one's going to be at 5 a.m. when you can change this with the plus or minus arrows. So we'll pull the switch to the second one. And you'll see that this one is off. The straight lines indicate that the time is off. Now we can hit the plus or minus to turn it on. And to get it back into the off position, we have to go clear around past the 12 a.m. to get it back into that off position. Same thing with the 3, it is in the off position. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to move over to our station run times. This is going to determine how long each station runs. So this one you can see is set at 10 minutes. You can use the plus or minus to set it, and the switch to cycle through the stations that you want to set. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go over to manual stations. This is where if you wanted to run a station by itself, this is where you would do it. So you can hit up and you can tell it on, which will automatically turn the station on as soon as you do that. Or you can continue to push up and you can actually set it to run a specific time frame that you want it to run. So when you're done with this or you want to turn it off, take it to the off position, wait 3 to 5 seconds. You can see this one stops flashing. That means it's back off. So that's how you run the manual stations. You can use the arrow to switch between the numbers. You can see it selecting up here. The next setting we have is a manual program. So what this is going to allow us to do is if you hit the right arrow like I just did, you'll see that the water droplet is flashing. We can flip back to auto and the schedule is running. So what this means is whatever automatic program you have set up, as soon as you put it into the manual program setting and turn it on, it's going to run your entire manual program one time. And it's going to turn off and it's going to go right back to what it was programmed to do. So once again, we're going to shut it off 3 to 5 seconds. The last function is a test function. You can see how there's a 2 here, and you can see all of the station run times up here. So we can actually set it a specific interval that we want. If we pick an interval and hit the right arrow, we'll see the water droplet. This will run every single station for whatever time you set it for. And you can flip it back to auto, or you can leave it on the test mode. As soon as it gets through all of the stations, it will automatically shut off, go back to what it was programmed, or you can hit this arrow. It works as an advance, and you can go through each one just as you need to. And then when you're done with it, you can turn it off 3 to 5 seconds. It shuts off, flip it back to automatic, and you're set to go.